There is one very simple mindset shift you need to make in order to start moving toward replacing your income and leaving your 9-to-5 job. And I am going to share it with you today. If we haven't met, my name is Christine McAllister. I'm the founder of Life with Passion. I'm a business and success coach for high achievers all over the world. And I am the author of the upcoming book, The Income Replacement Formula: How to Use 7 Simple Steps to do work you love and make 6 figures from anywhere. And today we are talking about this very simple mindset shift you need to make and you can make to start moving toward replacing your income and leaving your 9-to-5. Now, before you think, or before you say, hey, Christine, it cannot possibly be that simple, I want to tell you that when I was in my 9-to-5 and I was spending years wondering what I was doing wrong, wondering what was wrong with me, being depressed, feeling anxious, being jealous of my friends who were out there doing their own thing, which is what I knew I was meant to do, I didn't have this mindset shift in place. And I also hear examples of this shift all the time. I hear it in things like, well, I can't because nobody is willing to pay good money or any money or much money or whatever for what I do in my town or in my city or in my state or in the middle of the country. Thank you if you're watching this live or on the replay for the hearts, for the comments. Hi, Kim. It's great to see you. I love to see everybody else say hello as well in the comments below. So maybe you feel like, oh, you can't do it because, your town doesn't pay, the economy's not good in your town, in your city, in your state, in your country, or nobody wants to pay for what you do. Nobody knows what you do. That's one excuse I hear. Not true. Another one I hear is, oh, well, my husband or my family is not supportive. So that means I can't. That means it's not possible for me because I don't have that support in place. And, you have to have that in order to quit your job and do what you love. Also not true. Another one that I hear is, well, I don't have the right education. I don't have the degree. I don't have the certification. I don't know enough. I'm too old. I'm too young. My dog is running around in the background. It's noisy. Those are several different ones that I hear all of the time. I want you to know none of these have to stay your reality. There is one mindset shift you can make right now to start moving toward replacing your income and leaving that 9-to-5 for good. Or maybe if you're already out, to never having to go back to one because you've successfully replaced your income. Are you ready? This one very simple mindset shift is this: I believe it's possible. I believe it's possible. Now, this changes everything. Rather than saying, I wish it was possible, rather than saying, oh, it's possible for them because they come from family money or a better family, or they had better education, or they have a better job, or they have savings, or they have a more supportive family or husband or dog, or they made better choices at some other point in their life. They've had better opportunities. They live in a better country. They live in a better location. I don't believe in myself enough. There's too many options. I can't decide. If I had more self-confidence, I could do it. If I was a better risk taker, I could do it. Listen. I have heard all of these and a million more since working with people literally on 5 continents. I've heard all of these things and more, and none of them have to stay reality. If you choose instead to make the powerful choice to shift your mindset to believe that it is possible. To believe that it is possible. Yes, Kim, thank you for typing that. Hi, Jennifer, good to see you too. Here's the thing. When you stop telling yourself those old, worn out, broken record stories, and you start to tell yourself instead that it is possible, you literally are creating and working with a better brain. You stop staying stuck in the past, in all the things you wish were different, that if you could go back and do them over again would get you where you think you need to be as of right now. You stop trying to change something that you cannot change, the past, and you start creating a better possibility for your future. You stop, I'm looking at my notes, looking at all the reasons why not. You stop looking at all the reasons why not. And you connect to the inspired little you who believed anything was possible. So I have a toddler, and she believes that she can throw herself off the table that she just climbed onto behind my back when she knows she's not supposed to and not get hurt. She believes that she can throw herself into the pool, into her dad's outstretched arms and swim there, and it's no problem, even though she doesn't know how to swim, right? She's full of so much belief and faith and excitement and joy about the journey. And that's how most kids are, right? This they're born with complete confidence and belief. And we all were in ourselves. And then we pick up on other people's stories. We interpret things that happen to us as meaning we're not capable of something. And we walk around believing that that's the truth rather than the truth of who we really are. And if you know my story, you know that for a lot of years, I created and I got the grades, I got everything, and I got a lot of positive recognition for that. I'm an oldest child. But what it didn't get me was a deep down satisfaction and fulfillment that came from living into who I was created to be. It didn't give me that. And so for a lot of years, I just strove and strove and strove and achieved and achieved and achieved. But for what? Right? It wasn't for me. It was for this identity that I had picked up in order to get what I needed. And maybe you can relate to that, that positive reinforcement. Maybe you can relate to that. Or maybe you're just doing what you learned was practical to do, which was to get a real job, with a steady paycheck. But you're not happy doing that. That's not what truly makes you happy and feel fulfilled and live a life with passion. And so, for me, what has happened over the past several years for me since I lost my daughter Maeve is that I've made a conscious choice to rediscover who that excited, passionate little girl was. And I have started being her again, right? Being who I truly am, who I truly was, and then lost along the way and have rediscovered. And so she's a little bit wacky. She's a little bit zany. She's a lot more fearless than the girl who was the perfectionist hiding, under a huge cloud of self-doubt. And so the result of that is that I've been able to create a business and an income that supports a life that I love, right? And the business itself is one that I absolutely adore and love showing up for every day. Now, so I know that's what you want too if you're watching this, right? You want out of that 9-to-5, or you want to stay out. You want to replace your income so that it's not even a thing. And so that you can grow from there to wherever you want and have the freedom and have the flexibility and travel and support your family and, give gifts to your friends and to organizations that you love and all of those things. So I want you to know that it all begins with this one simple mindset shift: to believe that it is possible. To believe that it is possible. So give your brain a helpful assignment, the assignment of looking for reasons that it's possible, rather than giving your brain the assignment of looking for reasons that it's not. Because either way, as my friend Dana Wilde says, we have this part of our brain called the reticular activating system, which is constantly looking for ways to reinforce our beliefs, looking for examples, because we have so much information coming at us through all of our senses and our intuition all the time that our reticular activating system's job is to filter all of that and line it up with what we're telling ourselves with our beliefs. So it's kind of like the example of if you have been looking at a certain kind of car, or a certain color of car, a certain make model, you've never seen it on the road before, and then when you're thinking about buying it, you see it everywhere. You're like, I had no idea there were so many green Honda Accords on the road. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. It's because now your brain is like, oh, we're thinking about green Honda Accords. We're thinking about green Honda Accords. They're everywhere. It's able to sort them out as opposed to you never seeing them on the roads in traffic before. So give your brain a better assignment. tell it it is possible, and ask for reasons that is true. That is the one simple mindset shift you need to make to start moving toward replacing your income and leaving your 9-to-5, baby. Leaving your part-time job, never having to go back to your 9-to-5 world, whatever it is. Right, Britta? Yes, you know it's possible. You believe it's possible. Awesome. Awesome. So my challenge to you is to comment below that you, number one, do believe it's possible, if you do, or are willing to explore the idea that you do. And number two, share one reason why you believe it's possible. So A, if you believe it or you're willing to start believing it, comment below that you do. And B, share one reason why it's possible. Share one reason why you believe it's possible. How great is that? Easy peasy, right? Now, I talk a lot about this in my book, The Income Replacement Formula, 7 Simple Steps to Doing What You Love and Making 6 Figures from Anywhere. So be on the lookout for that. It releases May 1st, but there are going to be some ways to get your hands on it before the actual publication date. So I want you to stay tuned. I want you to stay tuned where you can find out more information about this book and how you can get your hands on these 7 simple steps to moving out of your 9-to-5 in Kindle or paperback version or Audible version. Yeah, so you take a little Christine in your ears with you wherever you go. Woohoo! Awesome. I'm so excited to hear your answers. Kim says, I believe it's possible because I've seen others leave their jobs. Yes, exactly, Kim. That's awesome. Great thing to keep in mind. If they did it, so can you, right? I love it. Now, when you're believing that it's possible, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so possible. Probably the exact next thing that's going to happen is that you are going to go, well, how? How? I want the plan. I want my exact next steps, right? And that is where I can help you right now. So for the rest of the month, I have a special on the Clarity, Confidence, and Clients half-day intensive with me, where you can get 3 months worth of results in just 3 hours. 3 months worth of results in just 3 hours. Plus, until the end of the month, I'm offering a full coaching session prior to your intensive with me so that you can set a strong foundation for making the absolute most out of those 3 hours. And then email support between that pre-session call and even after the intensive as well, so that you get to work with me for weeks instead of just one day to help you create that clear plan, uncover the confidence, and get your exact 3 next steps to go out and get clients right now. We're going to lay out a plan so that you know exactly what to do over the 90 days, the 3 exact steps to take. We're going to break them all down so that you know exactly what to do over the next 90 days to get those clients and move toward quitting or staying out of your 9-to-5. So, like I said, that is only for the next 4 days until the end of the month if you're watching this live, until the end of the month. And so if you want to chat about whether this is right for you, here is my calendar in the comments. You can grab a spot on the calendar to talk to me. We'll chat about your goals, whether it's right for you, and then you can decide. Because I want you to have the opportunity to take advantage of this special that I'm offering if it feels good for you. And you don't have to do the intensive in March. I realize March is almost over, people. But the intensive bonuses, the 2 special bonuses that I've never offered before, the pre-session call and the coaching call, full coaching call, and the extra support 24/7 access to me, those do go away at the end of March. So I'd love to talk to you. If you're like, yes, I know it's possible, now I need a clear plan to go out and do it, let's hop on the phone. Or you can PM me if it feels better. But I want you to make this mindset shift now, and then I want you to go out and get the support you need to move toward replacing your income and leaving your 9-to-5. And if that's something that I can help you with, grab a spot on my calendar. We can talk about what that's going to look like and how you can get those special bonuses. I want you to tell me in the comments that you believe it's possible, number one. B, tell me in the comments why you believe it's possible. And 3, if you know you need help and you are ready to know your exact next steps, I want you to grab a spot on my calendar. Talk about if the Clarity, Confidence, and Clients private half-day intensive is for you with special bonuses ending in 4 days. Have a great day, everyone. Let me know your reasons why, and let me know your commitment in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know that too so I can say hi and cheer you on. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.